the kind of person who likes to talk about celebrities. I'm honestly not that interested, especially A-list celebrities. I just don't really care. But all this talk in the media right now about P. Diddy has got me interested. It's got me interested in the psychology behind people like P. Diddy, otherwise known as Sean John Combs. Quick brief on why Sean is in the media right now. I'll put a timestamp on, so if you already know, you can just fast forward to the end. So P. Diddy, the business music mogul, has recently come under legal scrutiny as there has been hundreds of accusations about abuse, trafficking, drugging, and many other disgusting things at P. Diddy's freak-offs, what he likes to call freak-offs, which are these parties, these very exclusive parties that he would invite celebrities, politicians, people of notoriety, and upcoming stars. At these freak-offs, I'd get unimaginably crazy if I could just reel it back. Furthermore, P. Diddy is known to have a megalomaniac type personality, and watching from my armchair, probably somewhere in the Dark Triad. So today I want to look at why people of power, those in an elite status, or those who aim to gain that elite status, why they seem to all have these similar characteristics, or why most of them do, of course. And I also want to look at these freak-offs and why I think it's much more than just exploring sexuality and having fun, because it goes a lot deeper. The Dark Triad consists of 3 different personalities, one being Narcissism, another being Machiavellianism, and the other being Psychopathy. All 3 of these types share a common denominator, which is complete lack of empathy. But they do all have their differences. Narcissism involves a grandiose sense of self-importance, a need for excessive admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Narcissistic individuals often believe they are superior to others and deserve special treatment. Machiavellianism is categorized by manipulation, deceit, and a strategic focus on personal gain. People with this trait are willing to exploit others, often using charm to achieve their goals with little regard for morality. And psychopathy involves a lack of empathy, remorse, or guilt, along with impulsive and antisocial behaviour. Psychopathic individuals tend to be emotionally cold and are more likely to take risks without concern for the consequences or the harm they cause others. These traits can exist in varying degrees in individuals and are often associated with unethical or exploitative behaviours, regardless of their social or professional standing. So interestingly enough, many of those with the same kind of notoriety as P. Diddy, or you could also look at Epstein or Weinstein, they tend to exhibit a degree of the Dark Triad. To be in business and to aim to get to the absolute very top of the ladder involves a lot of lack of agreeableness and conscientiousness. And a lot of these moguls don't care who they step on to get to the top. And then once they're at the very top, they become essentially untouchable. Well, until the dark becomes the light. My point is that before they get to the very top, they are displaying these traits and using these traits to bolster them. And then when they get to the point where they are unstoppable, or they feel as though they are unstoppable, well, I'm very sure there are many things that have not been uncovered yet, but just look at what happens.
If so, bump somebody. Thanks. I love you, man. Bye. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
It's interesting too how these behaviors are rewarded in society.
Harvey Weinstein, Bob Weinstein, God bless them.
My friends at Miramax for making this film, especially Harvey. And Harvey, thank you for killing whoever you had to kill to get me up here today. And to Harvey Weinstein, the tough guy on the playground with the biggest heart.
You don't often see an introverted empath getting to that level of power. So let's have a look at these freak-offs, because they have everything to do with Sean Combs exercising his power at the very top. What has been noted is that sexual orientation at these parties doesn't really exist. It doesn't have any bounds. You essentially engage in this freak-off with whoever else is there, no matter gender or orientation. So it's no secret that Sean Combs is probably gay, which obviously there's nothing wrong with that. What he has done is invite black men of notoriety, some of those being sportsmen, others being musicians, rappers, to these freak-offs, and he will have sexual relations with them. I can't fault that many would enjoy this, and many are probably gay themselves. However, the rate of debauchery that goes on in these freak-offs, especially with Sean Combs filming all these different interactions, I do, however, think this just goes deeper than being closeted gay. A lot of these celebrities, because they've reached the top, wind up living quite a hedonistic lifestyle. They have everything they could desire at their fingertips. This kind of hedonism and excess to access, that was odd, becomes rather overindulgent and gluttonous. If you have too much of one good thing, that good thing then isn't enough anymore. Furthermore, they don't have anyone to hold them accountable, and those who they are interacting with at the top are, again, the kinds of people with the Dark Triad who won't hold them accountable because they themselves aren't accountable for anything. So there is a lot of encouragement in engaging in debaucherous and in many times immoral activities. Many of these celebrities are also a product of what's around them, who they spend their time with. If everyone's acting debaucherous like that, well then, it's probably normal. Furthermore, there is a bit of stigma in the black community regarding homosexuality. This is something that Diddy knows about, and therefore, when it comes to him taping his guests, he completely understands what he has over them. For Diddy to lead his guests into this kind of world, no matter their sexual orientation, many of them being straight, of course, and some of those being minors, gives Diddy this certain kind of power over them, this dominance. It's almost as though that these situations are like a hazing. Diddy can get these individuals to do whatever he wants them to do, whether they simply do it because they want to, they do it because they feel coerced into doing it, or they do it because he's drugged them. Either way, this is a show of dominance. It's interesting to see the behaviour of people who do seek that power. As they say, with power comes great responsibility, and clearly there are so many of those at the top. Most of them are not responsible with it. They are two-hearted people and they exploit for their own gain. So I do believe that the debaucherous behaviour that does go on with celebrities and, of course, P. Diddy and his circle certainly comes down to more than just simply expressing one's sexuality. It's not about being gay. It's about self-indulgence, gluttony, hedonism, exerting power, exerting control. It's about no one holding you accountable to your behavior. It's about being essentially untouchable, being like a god. And that's what these people think that they are. They wield so much power that they can do anything they want with no consequence, including harming minors. And this is where the real trouble lies. All you have to do is look at the trajectory of Justin Bieber to understand the impact and how these people actually think about those who are innocent.
8 hours with Diddy, him and his boy, they're having the times of their lives, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
He signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know, he did his first album, I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me, so
Their aim is to corrupt that, to destroy it, because they are completely unhinged. Because simply living a moral, one-hearted life isn't enough. They need to keep consuming. Jeepers, we have some really messed up people in this world. It's certainly a good reflection tool regarding the life that we do have, the life of we peasants. To be grateful of those who are in our lives who care about us, and likewise. In this case, I'm relieved to be a peasant, because absolutely screw being part of that club. Anyway, I hope you have a good day, night, morning, evening, wherever you're in the world, and I'll see you guys all again for the next video. Bye!